It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we love him so much that he's back with us on the couch. We're back with performer Craig Lucas, who's been so amazing about, just opening up about his mental health challenges, which has endeared him to many of you who have also walked that same difficult journey. And he's back on the couch, and we are so, we are so proud of you for really using your platform, your voice, your music to educate people about mental health. Why was this so important for you, Craig?
I think it's almost sort of similar to being queer, like growing up, I had nobody to speak to about these kinds of things. You didn't read about it too often. People hid away because they were ashamed. Part of it is selfish. I feel like even with my music, I write and I share it so that I can heal. I'm open about it because somehow letting it out allows me to then move forward. I spent my whole life keeping in the fact that I was gay, the fact that I struggled with mental illness, and it's hard because it has power over you then, and the second it comes out, you take your power back. So it started out being, I think, quite selfish. I am an oversharer of note.
And it helps the rest of us.
Thank you. But yeah, as it started going and I did see how people reacted, just the DMs I would get would often have me crying. And I thought, you know what, cool. I think this is what I'm meant to do as a musician, as a friend, as a personality. I kind of feel like that is my purpose. In the middle of everything I get to do as Craig Lucas.
Use your voice for that. In fact, we'll talk just now about how you've been able to use music to find healing. But let's listen to a voice note. This one is from Lily. Lily, what have you got to say?
Good morning, Lily from Harare. I think it's just how you treat others. We are all different in our own special, unique way. There's no need to discriminate. And the transgender guys, they are, I think, the most classy people, and they know fashion. Trust me on that.
Trust Lily on that. They know fashion. What's a world without fashion? Come on now. Thank you so much for that voice note, Lily. And let's bring it back because it is Pride Month. There's so much to celebrate. So thank you very much, Lily. You can continue to send your voice notes as well to show some love for that 063-408-8863. But let's bring it back to this. Craig, I know that you've been able to, find healing in music. And I think that there's something about music and the way that you write it and the way that you create your music that does the same for the rest of us. I know that you and your family went through a tough time recently. How did music help you during that period?
Look, I don't think music was the most important factor against my friends and my family. Our support system was great. I took a break from music as a performer because I felt like I couldn't be strong in my music. I couldn't go out there and spread a message of positivity when I wasn't feeling positive. But 24/7, the AirPods are in. And that was, I think, for a couple of months, all I did was just listen to some of my favorite artists. I guess and let it out through listening. I was on the other end of it. I wasn't the one singing, I was the one listening and receiving. Morning till evening, AirPods in the ears.
Is healing in that.
And now during Pride Month, what message are you hoping to share during this month that is important with you, but also important to the people listening to you? Because I mean, just watching you come into your own now, you've inspired so people to tell their story and to share their truth and share, things that they're battling with. So during this month, what are you hoping to share?
I feel like a lot of the issues we're having in the world is because people operate from a place of fear instead of love. I think that people are so scared of being themselves even. We live in a society where everybody fits into a box, and I think that people are scared that once that box is away, they don't know who they are. So when they see other people be who they are, it scares them, and the reaction to being afraid is violence, it's anger. When people are homophobic toward me, which has happened very recently, I show them love. Fighting fire with fire is not going to change their minds. Their fire is going to go bigger. It's going to add blitz to the, add blitz to the fire. So, religion, sexuality, family, friendships. If you start with love, I think it's transformative, you know, and it's hard. It's hard to choose love sometimes. It's hard to choose love when you're hurt and somebody hurts you, but I think it's also just a practice. You choose. You know, they say the first thought you get is automatic, but the next one you have a choice. You can choose to think and act differently. So I think just people must return to love. They must find their way back to love. It's what I'm trying to do.
I'm honestly smiling so much to be able to see you sit here so comfortable in who you are. It is just so amazing to see. And I say this now, Craig Lucas version 2.0 has arrived and you're not even ready. He has 3 performances coming your way, so don't go anywhere.